Look, you owe it to yourself to get familiar with the Bible. I ain't saying you need to learn to quote it from cover to cover, but it's in your best interest to know a little something about the Bible. I used to work with this guy. He had a maintenance company. So he was contracted to work on the property that I was managing. Now the thing about this is this guy was cutting all kind of corners. He claimed he knew how to do everything from lawn care to electricity. He knew it all and didn't know nothing. So this man was making about, I want to say about $350 a day. And he was getting his money. If one of his workers didn't come in, that dude would show up in that place, wouldn't do a daggone thing all day but sit in the office and get on my nerves just so he could get paid for the day. So I called him on it. I was like, you know what? What you doing ain't right. And the people that's writing your check ain't got no idea. So, of course, that turned into a little disagreement between me and him. And I guess he could tell that I didn't care for him. And by the end of this conversation, he didn't really care for me. So at the end of it, all he could say was, you know what? God will make even my enemies be at peace with me. I ain't well versed on the Bible. For all I know, you quoting scripture right. I ain't got no reason to believe that you would play with scripture like that. So I left it alone. I said what I said, but I left that alone. I was in church a few days later, and that particular scripture came up, and it's Proverbs 16:7. The verse in its entirety says, when a man's ways please God, even his enemies will be at peace with him. And I was just like, wow, this man around here manipulating the scripture to fit him and his mess. Because this man was always throwing scriptures at me, and I guess that was his way of proving that he was a mighty man of God. He knew the Bible, and God only knows how many more scriptures he have quoted or manipulated to fit himself and what the point that he was trying to make. But it's plenty of people out here doing that. I don't judge nobody in their relationship with God, but I do know you're supposed to judge the spirit by the spirit, and I don't even play like that. Y'all have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later.